What's up, YouTube? It is a beautiful day outside, and today I'm just going to wash the Scat, give you a little POV drive, as well as talk about the process that I went through buying the Scat. I did everything online. First, I got to stop by AutoZone and grab some car washing stuff for the tires and whatnot. Also, I want to ask you, I know what I'm gonna do to the exhaust. I've already planned that out. I'm going to do the same thing that I did to my last Scat Pack, which was delete the mid mufflers, hang on, which I'm going to delete the mid mufflers, replace them with Carvin R series performance mufflers, and I was planning on deleting the resonators and straight piping that portion where the resonators are and putting the Carvin 5-inch tips. But if this is all I'm gonna look at, and I don't even know if I'm gonna go with a diffuser yet, but if I go with a diffuser or I don't go with a diffuser and just keep those tailpipes, get rid of those, and just put the 5-inch Carvin exhaust tips on there, should I just keep the resonators? I don't know. Hit me up in the comments and tell me what you think, because if it's not just me, this exhaust sounds really good. I'm gonna let you get that cold start. Like, does that not sound good? Also, before we get rolling, I'm gonna let y'all see nothing major, but I did add the AFE Power Momentum GT, as well as the Catch Can 392, a little bit of splash of red on there. And I'm planning on getting some goodies for these tops and redding it out in there. Yeah, there's a good old A to B, my daily driver. Love that car. And here we have my rear spoiler. Been having that set out there for the last day or so. I'm gonna throw that on there after I wash the car. But yeah, this thing sounds good. This thing sounds really good. And I was thinking, before I order anything, do I just want to keep everything stock and just throw the exhaust tips on there to give it that aesthetic look? Or do I want it to be mean and aggressive sounding like my 2021 Scat that I had, where I had everything done to it? Also, check the inside. If y'all noticed, I got that red button installed, and I got the new gauge faces installed, and they look really good. Today, man, I'm just gonna politic. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about the process that I went through to sell my 2021 Scat and to buy this 2022 Widebody Scat. Everything was done online full disclosure. So I would just really take y'all through about 5 steps that I went through, and that if anybody's kind of planning on doing the same thing, it doesn't necessarily have to be online, but just if anybody's planning on doing like the same thing, you can kind of piggyback off of what I did, or you can have an understanding before you go into trying to make a deal like that. So as I said before, when I came to the decision to sell my F8 green Scat Pack, it's a couple things that I had to go through. First was anxiety of, you know, am I doing the correct thing? But the very first thing that I decided to do was check the market for my vehicle. And what I mean by checking the market for my vehicle is what does my vehicle command in the market, and it would also help me out when negotiating with the salesman when I was thinking about just trading it in. So what vehicles are comparable in year, make, model, trim, also condition and mileage. And those are kind of the 5 things that I want to do. And I want to compare, not only compare my vehicle to other Scat Packs in that category, same year, same make, same mileage, same condition, trim, all that good stuff, but I also want to compare what the GTs were going for, and what the GTs were going for compared to what the Scat Packs were going for, as well as mine was a narrow body, so I wanted to know what the wide bodies were going for. Again, same year, mileage, trim, all that good stuff. So if you find out what the GTs are going for, and then you can find out what the Scats are going for, you can understand the price difference between them, as well as what the wide bodies are going for. You can understand the price difference between them all, and just place yourself, you know, what the average or the median of the vehicles that you have is going for. Now, as I said before, when I went to go to one of the dealerships to get them to do an appraisal on my vehicle, they were coming back with some ridiculous numbers. And when I said before that this would help you as far as negotiations would go, this totally helped me understand where my vehicle was and what I should be accepting should they come back to me with a bogus offer. And 2 dealerships did come back with a bogus offer. Let's say for just the price of conversation, we'll say, and I did owe on my vehicle, so I'm not gonna, you know, say that I owed, so that I paid off everything. I did owe on the vehicle, but let's say I owe $30,000 on my vehicle. If you understand what you owe, then understand next what they're trying to give you for the vehicle, whether it's for a trade-in or what they're trying to give you outright, then you're gonna be in a much better place. So again, the key number is gonna be 30. When I went to the first dealership, they offered me $30,000 and like $400 for the vehicle. And so I essentially just told the dude, thank you, y'all wasting my time, whatever, I'm out. The second time I went, they did a full appraisal on the vehicle, and the salesman was asking me what I was interested in, and I told him exactly what I was interested in. So he came back, he left for about 5 minutes. He came back with a piece of paper and saying, all right, so we're offering you, you're trying to get a brand new 2023 Widebody Scat, which is gonna be about $69. And all that good stuff when all the taxes are gone, are said and done. So he came back with a piece of paper essentially saying if I owe 30 on my vehicle, we'll give you $30,800. So I looked at him kind of weird, It's like, bro, okay, I understand that you're trying to make money off the vehicle, but essentially you're trying to give me a GT price for a Scat Pack. Now, I understand I got the mods on there, and he tried to say, oh, you know, the mods don't make a difference. And yeah, I understand they don't make a difference. But for somebody who is looking for a couple of mods and that's an upgrade for them, that is going to make a huge difference when they're buying this vehicle. So as I said before, he tried to say 30,800, and these are just fictional numbers, but he tried to say 30,800. So essentially you're just trying to pay the vehicle off and then put $800 in my pocket. And if I'm trying to trade it in, I'm never even going to see that $800, because guess what? That $800 is gonna get absorbed into the price of the new car. So you throwing these numbers around, and somewhere is lost is what you're gonna give me for the vehicle. So essentially what I told him is this: what you're trying to do is you're trying to just pay my vehicle off and give me a little bit of money, and then get the money that you were gonna give me for the vehicle absorbed in. I understand the price of my vehicle. I know how much my vehicle is worth. I know how much the wide body version of my vehicle is worth. And I know how much the GT version of my vehicle is worth. You're trying to give me a GT price for a Scat Pack. And I'm not asking for a wide body price. I'm not asking for you to pay me for as if I have a wide body and put that towards a trade-in. But what I am asking you to do is to be fair in what you're trying to give me. And I know I'm not gonna get a wide body price for my slim body, but if we could just minus 6,000 off of what you would give me for a wide body, or what a wide body is worth in this market, then that is where we're gonna land on what I'm gonna take for this vehicle. So once he figured out that I wasn't stupid and I wasn't going for the BS, then of course comes the, oh, okay, well, hang on, let me go and see what the sales manager has to say, and then I'll be right back with you. So he came back, and
2 hours later.
All right, back to where I was. So the guy, he leaves for about 6-8 minutes, whatever the case was, and he comes back, and now his price has gone up from 30,800 to 40,000. So now he left before he came back, and he only lowballed me and tried to essentially pay my vehicle off, as well as put like 800 to 1,000 in my pocket. But now he's coming back with the full value of, okay, we'll give you 40,000. All right, so now we're talking. So again, it is good to know the value or the market of the vehicle that you're trying to sell and buy, so that you can understand the prices that these dealerships are going to try to do. And I told them, I understand y'all trying to make a profit, but what you're trying to do is rip me off and make even more of a profit than what you would really make, because we all know and understand that these cars, if they, whatever they give you, they're gonna sell. You can go to CarMax right now, or you can go to any dealership right now, and you can see the prices of the vehicles that they want. So they're trying to maximize profits as much as possible, which brings me to the second point. Once we get past knowing the market value of your car, trims below your car and trims above your car, then you have to know where to go. If you're gonna trade it, dealership, if they have exactly what you're wanting. You also have the Kelley Blue Book appraisal. I would suggest anyone do that appraisal. just to see what Kelley Blue Book is offering to buy your vehicle from you for. So you have those two, and then you have private seller if you're going to sell it. Again, knowing the market value of your vehicle and taking out all of the sentimental value as far as what mods you put in that vehicle, and just understanding either you're going to take those mods off or you're going to sell them to somebody who's going to appreciate those mods and give you what you're asking for, or you're going to be a little bit more reasonable, seeing where your car comes in as far as the year, mileage, condition, trim, all that good stuff, and what you're going to sell the vehicle for. The fourth thing, as far as selling the vehicle goes, so you got the dealership, you got the Kelley Blue Book appraisal, you got private sellers. The fourth thing I say, and they're gonna always give you a fair price, and a little bit above market, or right at market or above, is CarMax. Like, I don't know, I've sold 3 vehicles to CarMax, and every time I've gotten above what I thought I was gonna get, and the process has been seamless. You make an appointment for an appraisal, or you just go in there and say you want to get your car appraised. They appraise it. They take like 10-15 minutes. They come back with the solid sheet. The sheet's gonna last you 2 weeks, I believe. The appraisal is gonna last you about 2 weeks, and then you make that decision from there. So once I got those 2 in place, I've already visited a couple of dealerships. I've already got the Kelley Blue Book appraisal. They came in about $1,500 less than what CarMax gave me, and I never really considered selling it private, so that was out of the equation. That wasn't a factor right there. Once I got those in there, I started looking for the replacement vehicle, and I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted some specific things that I've already talked about in previous videos, but I'll talk about them now. But specifically, I wanted a wide body. I wanted the red Brembo brakes, and I wanted Alcantara seats, and a couple of optional things is the adaptive cruise control, and or a power sunroof. So those are the things I was going for. Now the colors I was going for were, initially I wanted a gold mango, try to do some things with that. Secondary color was torrid red, and the third color was smoke show. Now torrid red and smoke show were like 1A or 2A and 2B. Those are really the colors that I wanted. But initially I was on this gold mango thing, which is a really good color in itself, but it's kind of tough for me to find that color, so I kind of fell back off of the gold mango, and just from there the smoke show kind of made its way to the front. So it's smoke show or the torrid red. Also, what played a major factor was mileage. I wanted something very low mileage, because that was going to help me to get my loan at a rate for a new vehicle, anything under 7,500 a year prior to, so 2022 or 2023 with under 7,500 miles is considered a new vehicle at my credit union. So that's what I decided to go with. Now, a couple of the websites, a few of the websites that I did my research on: Car Gurus, True Car, there was Vroom, there was Carvana, Auto Trader also, but the top main 2 were Car Gurus and True Car. They had the most realistic, the most accurate listings, and that was who I kind of mainly the 2 that I kind of stuck with. Also, keep in mind, if you search on a website or a dealer website, their inventory may not be up to date on the online site, such as the CarMax here in Virginia Beach. They will have a select few numbers of cars on there, but if you physically go to that CarMax, you will see that they have some extra cars out there that maybe are making model that you're looking for. They've always had a couple Scat Packs, wide bodies, some Challenger wide bodies, and those are nowhere to be found on the website. So sometimes they're not as accurate. Those websites aren't, but Car Gurus, again, Car Gurus and True Car, they were the most helpful as far as websites go. Now, the third thing that I'm going to talk about is contacting the seller of the vehicle, which if you go on Car Gurus or True Car, they'll have like a little box off to the side where you can submit all your information. You kind of make a little mini profile so that whenever you're on those websites, you don't have to continually type in your phone number, your email address, and you know what you're interested in and all that good stuff. So, excuse me. So when I made contact with these dealerships and they finally got in contact with me or got back to me, it's real simple. I asked them what the out-the-door price of the vehicle would be. I don't need to go through all this back and forth and whatever else. I just need to know what the out-the-door price is, because the internet price is going to be one thing. And take mine for example. I got this car from Michigan. Their internet price said one thing, but the out-the-door price, obviously they're going to have to add the tax and title and for your state and all of that good stuff. So it's going to be a couple of thousand, between 2,000 and 3,000, maybe between 2,000 and 4,000 more than what the online price is going to say. So I don't need to go through all the small talk and set myself up by a really good price online. I need to know what the out-the-door price is, and if they're worth their weight or worth any salt, they're gonna let you know what that out-the-door price is, or they're gonna get back to you in a timely manner and tell you what that out-the-door price is going to be. Now, once I found the vehicle that I wanted, or the vehicle that was to my liking, I called, I got the out-the-door price, we got the ball rolling in that regard. I asked the salesman, can he FaceTime me and can we do a walk around of the vehicle, the exterior, the interior, cranking it up. I want to see the dash. I want to see any and everything that it is pertaining to this vehicle. And again, if they're worth anything, they're going to jump right on it and they're going to get back to you. So the salesman got back to me and he FaceTimed me, and he showed me the vehicle on the outside. He showed me they had 2 keys. That was one of the things that I asked for. He got inside of the vehicle, he cranked it up. I got to see the mileage. I got to see nothing crazy going off. He pushed all of the buttons. He let me open up the sunroof and everything with the button. Everything that I want to know, everything as if I were there, he did. He got out, he walked around, he showed me any and everything with the vehicle cranked up. That's why I saw the tent, and I asked him about the tent, and he told me that what the regulations and stuff were, and that's why it was super dark. So, you know, I was cool with it. Then we moved on from that. Now, I will say this: websites like the Car Gurus and the Car Gurus and True Car, they will have tabs on there to where you can look at the Carfax, or you can look at the sticker of the vehicle, and then you can look at the Carfax or anything like that. You can ask the salesman, hey, can you send me a Carfax? And they'll send it to you. And those websites will also have a little tab on the left that says whether or not the vehicle has been in any accidents, because one thing I found out from looking over the course of a couple months is if the price is too good to be true, you might want to get a look on the interior of the vehicle. Maybe it's not exactly what you wanted. Some of the reasons why some of them were lower than what I expected to be was they had the cloth seats. Again, that was one of the criteria that I did not want. I did not want cloth seats, and or some of them had accidents recorded on the Carfax. And that may have been a minor accident, that may have been whatever, but I wasn't going to take the chance to have to deal with any of that. So those cars just kind of got X'd out. I found a couple vehicles. One was in Phoenixville, Philadelphia. It had adaptive cruise control, the little lens in the front and everything, but it did not have the sunroof, but it had everything else. And the car was sitting at about 3,000 miles, which is a good deal, but they didn't want to work with me on pricing. I found another one in Niagara Falls, which was the same one as this one, minus the sunroof or the adaptive cruise control. This one I found in Michigan, about 30 miles outside of Detroit. Again, just went over the process, everything they did, and they were really helpful and really great, and they worked with me on that vehicle. Number 4, this is number 4. So this doesn't necessarily have to go in that order of number 4. You can try and secure financing, but the number 4 is secure financing. Whether it's a bank or a credit union or the dealership, you want to obviously have a way of securing the financing so that you're not wasting your time getting your hopes up, and you're not wasting the dealership's time by making them think that you're going to buy the vehicle. So you can take care of this beforehand. The bank that I go with, Navy Fed, they're really good at doing a pre-approval, and you can just put a price on there. You can always go up and down on the price, or if you've already got that vehicle locked in, you spoke to the salesman, he's gotten a copy of your driver's license, he's got a copy of your insurance and everything else that you need for the vehicle, and you know the price of the vehicle out the door, which is why I say on number 3, ask for the price of the vehicle out the door. You can already contact the bank and let them know what the price will be, and they will let you know what the payments will be. A caveat or an additional pointer is Navy Federal, or any bank really, should have a really accurate loan applicator tool on their website. And the Navy Fed applicator tool was about 100 off as far as being less, because they don't factor in state taxes and whatnot. So that's what I went with, and I figured out how long I want my loan payment amount to be, what I want to pay per month, what I want the percentage to be, because they give you all of that. It's broken down into you know, everything from the months to the APR that goes with the certain amount of months to what the payment will be. So that is a number 4 tip: secure financing. You don't want to waste anybody's time. You don't want to waste your time getting your hopes up, and that doesn't necessarily have to be number 4 on a list. You can put that wherever, but at some point during the process, all of this stuff has to be in the works, right? With me, it was take the vehicle, get it appraised, looking for a vehicle at night, securing the loan, or getting on the loan applicator, as well as contacting the dealerships and figuring out, you know, what they were willing to do. Number 5 is you're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna get the vehicle if it's in another state. Are you gonna drive to the state, or you're gonna fly to the state then drive the vehicle back? That's one option. Or if it's local, you know, you just go to the dealership and pick the vehicle up if you get that lucky. I wish I would have gotten that lucky, but I didn't. So it was either one or two things. I was either gonna fly there and drive the vehicle back, but I didn't want to put the miles on it to drive it back. Or number 2, find a reliable shipping company that is trustworthy, that is on the Better Business Bureau's list, that is tried and true, and it's not going to be some type of rip-off thing. Luckily, from the time I booked for this vehicle to be picked up in Michigan to be delivered in front of my house or be delivered to my location, it was like 3 days. So they got on it really fast. They sent me an email saying that they had dispatched someone to go pick the vehicle up. They called me an hour before they got to the dealership. I called the salesman. He had the vehicle detailed. He sent me video of them loading the vehicle up and took photos of the vehicle on the truck, as well as took a picture of both keys and put it in the vehicle. And again, my vehicle was to me in 3 days. And that is a synopsis of how I went about buying this vehicle from a state 10 hours away, if you're talking about drive time, but how I did everything completely online. Bought some glass cleaner, the Carwash all-wheel cleaner, tire shine, applicator for the tire shine. So while I wait, spray this on the tire. See how it turns pink? That lets you know it's working, getting that dirt out of there. And the reason why I'm taking these off is I don't want any discoloration to happen. Check it out, Bumblebee. Check the weather forecast before you come out here cleaning on these things and then mess around and rain. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm all done here at the car wash. But help your boy out, man. Like, subscribe, comment, turn on the bell notifications. Let me get that quick glow up real quick. That's how they look in the dark. The gauge faces, got that outer red right there. And again, man, appreciate y'all for rocking with me this far on this POV / car wash video. I'm about to go run a couple errands, and I'll see y'all when I see you. Peace.